Hi there, and thank you for joining me. I'm very excited to be presenting at the NAI virtual conference here. This is our first conference doing the NAI, and we're very happy to be here. So thank you, Gilbert, and thank you for having us as a featured company. I'm very excited to share Vizsla with you because I think it's an excellent opportunity. And if you just give me 1 second here, I'll be able to share the Panuco silver gold district opportunity. And the three things that I think are really exciting and what should be a takeaway from this presentation today is the size of the opportunity here, the high grade nature of the deposits, and the pathway to production that we have here in Mexico. Now, of course, I will be making forward-looking statements. I believe the best is yet to come for Vizsla, and so I suggest reading these words of disclaimer ahead of the presentation here. Now, our vision for Vizsla is to become a low-cost, high-margin producer of silver and gold on a very large scale. Our objective is to discover many high-grade silver and gold deposits at the Panuco project in Mexico, and then from there move on to production. And we do this by creating a safe and healthy environment for our team and our communities, as well as creating meaningful value for our stakeholders. Now, Vizsla is a relatively new company. It's a company that I started back in 2017. In 2018, I took it through the IPO process. In 2019, we announced the acquisition of the Panuco district. And in the summer of 2020, we actually made a very large discovery, and our share price rose very rapidly, nearly hitting $3. Today, we're trading a little bit down from that, but we're still a very healthy market cap of $150 million. We have over $30 million in the bank. We're very well held with shareholders like Eric Sprott, For Sale, and Franklin Templeton being large shareholders of the company. We're very, very thankful to have them. And the reason that they were attracted to Vizsla was because of this Panuco silver gold district that we have. Now, this district sits in a trend of well-developed projects, including San Dimas, Gallo, Cienega, and a number of others, but it sits about 45 minutes away from the Mazatlán airport, which is interesting because the district is, at the same time, it's very developed with a lot of infrastructure. It has a lot of grassroots exploration potential as well. And what that means is that there's over 75 kilometers of total vein strike, over 35 kilometers of underground mines. There's a 500 ton per day mill, there's permits, there's agreements in place, but we're the first company to have the entire district to explore. We're making brand new discoveries across the district. As I mentioned earlier, the three main things I'd like to be a takeaway from this presentation have to do with the size of the district, the grade of the results that we get, and the pathway to production. As you can see here, we're demonstrating the scale of the district. You can see this is Panuco sitting side by side beside other major silver districts in Mexico. This is looking at it on a 5-kilometer scale bar from above. But you can see it compares very favorably to other multi-billion-dollar silver fields like San Dimas, Zacatecas, Fresnillo, Guanajuato, and Las Chispas, all of which command very high market caps. Another way to look at the size of the district is the Panuco veins over the city of Vancouver, or the district of Vancouver. If you look, one corner starts at the Richmond airport, and it spans all the way across Vancouver to the Second Narrows Bridge. So really quite an impressive scale to this district. And it is very similar in a lot of ways to San Dimas. And San Dimas has produced over 582 million ounces of silver and over 11 million ounces of gold. San Dimas is 80 kilometers to the north. It has near identical geology, near identical style of mineralization, very similar projects. However, San Dimas has been explored and developed sooner than Vizsla. So what we did here is we consolidated an entire district for the first time in its modern history. As you can see, these veins cross multiple property boundaries, the property boundaries being the orange and the hash mark there. So it was important for us to have the entire district to explore. What we did was we went, now this is the second point, we went to the project and we started exploring in a way that no one has done before, systematically across the district. And we came back with some very high grades of silver and gold, including at Cordon del Oro, 4.2 kilograms of silver equivalent, at Napoleon, 1 meter of 3 kilos of silver, but even higher grades there, including San Carlos, 3.6 meters of 1.2 kilograms of silver. This is all surface sampling, and it led to our drilling now, which we're focused on, these three main vein corridors, including Napoleon, Cordon del Oro, and Animas. And what we see here is the three main focuses of our drilling. Now that includes the Napoleon, where we made our brand new discovery, and the resource drilling has started to show far more potential there than after the original discovery. We're also focused on drilling the Cordon del Oro. That's never been drilled before we got there. It's a direct analog for Animas. And we're also drilling Animas, and Animas is the center of historic mining in the area. There's open mineralized chutes, but there's also open mineralized chutes below the water table there as well. Now, a good way to picture this, and looking at the Animas vein corridor, we see a number of ore chutes across the 3.5 kilometer trend there. What this shows us is that these ore chutes, which are the higher grade cores of the vein here, that they occur in clusters or in sequences across the main vein. So you can see that El Muerto, Clemens, La Pipa, Mariposa, these have been mined out. However, we are drilling and we're having success at San Carlos, where there's still mineralization left to be discovered. Well, this gives a very good demonstration of what we're looking for on other vein corridors, including Napoleon here. So Napoleon is stretching for 2 kilometers now from what we've sampled and mapped, but we're focused on the main Napoleon discovery area with drilling. Drilling there has come back with some fantastic numbers, some extremely high grades. Now, these grades are some of the highest in Mexico in modern history, specifically hole number 7 at the bottom here. We drilled 6 meters of 1.8 kilograms of silver, 66 grams gold, and great base metals. That was a silver equivalent of 8 kilograms of silver over 6 meters. Now, in that, we even had some extremely, some very, very high grades there, less than a meter of 21 kilograms of silver equivalent, including nearly 200 grams of gold. Now, this was a follow-up to our original discovery hole, which was still excellent. Hole number 2, 8.2 meters of 738 silver, 11 grams gold for 1.8 kilograms over 8.2 meters. And in that, we had some very high-grade silver gold subintervals as well. Now, our recent news release has demonstrated that mineralization is open at depth, and we're actually very, very pleased with some of these results that we've had here. Specifically, the 2 lowest holes now that we've drilled on the Napoleon ore chute. So what we're looking at here, we're looking west at the Napoleon ore chute, and you can see hole 2027 here and hole 2025 here, both intercepted some excellent grades. So a true width of 2.5 meters of 1.6 kilograms of silver equivalent at hole 2027. Now that's one of our deepest holes, and it's demonstrating an extension of more high grade at depth. And additionally, 2025 has been very, very encouraging. 15 meters true width of 449 grams per ton silver equivalent, and that includes very good gold grades as well. So this diagram here shows us that there's a huge amount of growth opportunity for mineralization at Napoleon, and we're very excited about that. Now going forward, we have this entire district with those 3 main vein corridors to drill, but we're also going to drill another about 16,000 meters of drilling from now to the end of the year. So 31,000 meters of drilling in 2020 on the project. That's one of Mexico's most aggressive drill programs on a very large scale district with an evidence of very high grade silver and gold mineralization. Now we have 4 rigs there currently. We may add more, but we're also doing prospecting and detailed mapping, so to generate new drill targets. So this is Mexico's most exciting drill program here, I would say. Now the third main point that I mentioned earlier is the $23 million pathway to production. As we're successful at the Panuco district, as we continue to put out releases of high-grade silver and gold over great widths, we get closer and closer to exercising this underlying option with the landowners there, the Mexican mining families that own the district. And for $23 million, we can purchase the Rio Panuco portion of the district, which has a 500 ton per day mill. It has the HEDO agreements, it has permits, it has all the things that one would need to enter into production quite rapidly. And that can all be done for $23 million. Now, we don't have to make any large payments there until the year 2022, until late 2022. So we're in an excellent position here to continue to explore and develop the region. Now we have a very strong team for a company of this size. Craig Perry, my chairman here, you might recognize from Li Kai-shing's back NextGen Energy. He was one of the founders of NextGen. He's also the chairman of Skeena, which is developing the Eskay Creek mine. And he's also has a lot of experience, including EMR Capital, where he's a founding shareholder. Now, my background is commerce. Craig and I worked together to sell Cobalt business in 2017. And I've been running Vizsla as well as our private investment vehicle for a number of years. Charles Funk is a very well-known geologist, someone that has a huge amount of capabilities in Mexico, and the big reason that we were able to hit the ground running so well here at Vizsla. But we also have two very strong directors, and Simon Smirlick and Stuart Smith. And Simon is the COO of Ausenco, one of the world's largest engineering firms. And Stuart Smith was most recently at Teck Resources, where he ran global copper business. So in summary, those 3 main points I think are the biggest takeaway here. We have a district scale opportunity that compares so well to other multi-billion-dollar silver fields in Mexico. We keep demonstrating these high grades, both at new discoveries and at Napoleon area where we're resource drilling. And if we're successful with our exploration, we have a defined pathway to production here that differentiates us from other companies. Now, additionally, we have a team that can execute on this strategy as well. So Vizsla is in an excellent position to grow, and I recommend you take a deeper look at this. Thank you.